When I make my first million, that's going to be my on. Yeah. So how did we go from finance
Yeah.
and programming and all that kind of stuff into kind of essentially becoming a warrior against sharks and bait of companies? And what was the
Well,
catalyst for that?
yeah. The first thing is, I passed all the necessary finance exams, accountancy, and I thought I knew everything about finance. I was a top financial advisor in the top 5%. I was flown all over the world with hospitality, which was quite a contrast from where I grew up, walking around
Mm,
barefoot. But I got into this space because I had what they call a foreign currency mortgage. So you take your mortgage, but in a different currency like Swiss franc or Japanese
okay.
yen, where at the time the interest rate was like zero. So the idea was you could make back your money um, by trading the currency in the back end of the mortgage. So it was going okay. I thought it was going very well. It was a company called Kleinworth Benson Channel Islands Limited, who I found out later also financed Hitler.
Really?
Yeah, so
Are they part of the Rothschild?
they're all part of everybody's part of the money printing cabal. But what happened, Chris? I asked the bank to show me the figures because I want to collect some profits or whatever, pay off my mortgage. And they wouldn't give me the figures. I mean, it's so strange. You have an account with someone, they're trading it, and you just want to see the figures.
Hmm.
And they won't give. So I sued them. I said, okay, I'm going to take you to court for you to show me the figures. And I got an order from Barnet County Court that they must show me the figures. And then they said, we must come back on the 14th of March. That was 2014. They said, you need to file something by, I think, the 7th of March. So I did. I filed my stuff. That time they introduced the boxes in the court where you can't file and get it stamped. You have to drop it all in a box. So I dropped my stuff in the box and I didn't have much to file. It was just to say, well, I want the figures. That's all. And then there's cameras in the court. So when I went back to court on the 14th of March, 2014, the presiding judge, Nicholas Parfit, he said, Mr. Badaloo, you didn't file anything. I said, Your Honor, I filed it. He said, well, there is nothing on the file and you're in bad luck. And according to CPR XYZ, I can turn this into a possession hearing and I'm going to. So it had nothing to do with possession. No one made an application for possession. He just turned a disclosure hearing. So that's how I got involved. And then after that, I got a letter from the court manager, Richard Gill, a very nice bloke. He said, Mr. Badaloo, I can confirm that you filed. And I personally put it on the file. It took me on a journey. And then I met a few people. And I was doing a weekly podcast on Freedom Talk Radio. A lot of people used to come to my office every Friday. And we had a good camaraderie. Everybody was a victim. And we were live streaming. And then somebody said I should meet this man. So I met a gentleman called Mr. Gedaliahu Eber. And he's been in the battle like 20 years before that. And he's an elderly gentleman, but he's up at 8 and he doesn't shut till 8. He's working flat out every day, except Jewish holidays. So
What does he
I
do?
started work. Huh?
What does he do?
Well, he was a former entrepreneur, but they robbed him of 1,000, what you call it, freehold titles on a fake bankruptcy. And he switched his life and started fighting it. And he wrote a book called The Forensics of Legal Fraud. He's been in parliament. So I spent 3 years with him like that, 8 till 8 every day. I worked on some of the biggest cases in the country, but people don't know it's me because his native language is German. So I did all the typing and stuff. And I think I learned the hard-nosed forensics from him. I can look at a paper and in 3 seconds, I'll just destroy it. But later on, we got the case management record from the court, and it says the officers turned up demanding or requesting documents from the file, and they were refused. So they never had nothing from the court. So they said they found me guilty. This is a long trial. It took, I think, best part of a year. And I had a lot of supporters, a lot of drama, a lot of things happened because I kept asking for the order and the prosecution. So they won't give me, the CPS give you some papers and everybody, it says prosecution on there.
Mm.
But Chris, that's not the prosecution.
What is it?
It's the CPS bullshit papers.
So is it much like the council tax where they send you an invitation, a summons to court when it's not really the court, it's the council? Is it the same kind of, are they working on the same kind of premise?
In the criminal court, you will find the CPS has their office, usually on the ground floor there.
Right, okay.
And I've had a lot of successes and results, but it is not consistent because
they change the game all the time. Every time somebody has a win, they will change something. So next time you won't be able to win on the same thing. Well, that's how I understand it. I'm just trying to fill time because you're frozen again. Oh, he's back.
I said mafia there, a bad word, trigger word. But yeah, so we've had the first what you call it, annulment of a bankruptcy that I've seen in my career. But can we get more?
How many successes have you had then, roughly?
Thousands.
I was going to say it's in the hundreds. Yeah.
No,
okay.
we're talking 10 years working intensely, practically full time and overtime. The Home Secretary at the time made an announcement, 2 different announcements in the same week, that they're going to delete 4.5 million records of the court system. Why would you delete records? There is no records. You understand? Because we're promoting getting people to request their case management, because that's the real, that's the real rug pull from them, because they have all these prosecutions, council tax, CCJs, repossessions, and there's nothing in the computer. Mm-hmm. When you really examine what is happening, you have a dispute, council tax, judgment, eviction, whatever it is, car clamping. A bailiff trundles along and says he has a warrant, and you go, bullshit, get out of my face. You don't have no warrant. What happens next? Tell me.
The police get involved.
The police turn up. It's the police who is stealing the assets.
Okay.
The bailiff is only the front of the scam. The police is the real asset stripper. They come under the guise that they're keeping the peace. What they mean, they're going to block you from defending your property.
Yeah.